All right, everybody, it's road trip time, and CFA is taking along the 1897 chain scent. Hey everybody, CFA back with you. Today we have a little bit different of a video. I have in my possession a chain scent that was sent to me. You may remember back in the day there were things called chain letters. They went from one person to the next. The whole idea of this chain scent is that it'll be sent from one YouTube digger to the next in a form of camaraderie and just to get all these other channels out there and get to know the community. All right, so I am the fourth recipient of this chain scent. And the other four previous owners, their initials are on the scent. It originated with Reese's Treasure Hunting Emporium. He's the one who started this whole chain scent concept, which I think is really cool. And with it came a little letter. It says, interested in a chain scent? Ha, it's not what you think. Consider it like a chain letter and pass it on to another YouTube digger. Help build the digger camaraderie. All right, it says put your initials on the coin holder of our channel, which I'll do at the end of this video. It also says to film a short segment in your own unique style, which this ended up being a little longer than I thought this video did, but please include who you received it from and who you were sending it to. I'm going to tell you who I received it from here in just a second, but I'm going to wait to the end of this to tell you who it's going to. All right? And finally, it just says, enclose it in an envelope, send it along to the next person. Keep it going. Let's see how far we can get it. Charlie, a.k.a. Reese's Treasure Hunting Emporium. All right, so Charlie's the one that started it. Next, it went to Dirty Dog Diggers in Delaware. And from there, it was sent to Syracuse, New York, with You're Digging It metal detecting. And from there, it was sent to Tennessee, where Tennessee Jim got it. And from there, it came to us. Tennessee Jim was kind enough to pass this chain scent along to Coins for Amateurs. All right, so the whole idea is to film a segment in our own style. Now, Mrs. CFA and CFA Jr. and I got to talking, and a big part of what we love about finding an old coin or owning an old coin is the whole concept of where has this coin been. You know, it's intriguing, right? Who's held this coin? What has it seen? What countries has it been? What states has it been? You know, has it been handled by someone famous? You know, who knows what these old coinage has seen over the years. So what we decided to do, because this is kind of a cool documented history of this coin and who's owned it and where it's been, we decided to take it on a little road trip through our general area close to where we live and see some historic sites to add to the documentation of where this coin has been. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, it turned out to be a little longer than I thought, but here we go. Okay, early on in our expedition here, we have crossed to what is called Puget Island. We are about to take the chain scent across the mighty Columbia River from Washington State over to Oregon. But we are not going to take a bridge.
That's right. We're going to take a ferry across. Right now we got to wait for it. We got here a little early. It leaves every hour. We're on the Washington side. Here's your ferry times. Right now it's 10:40. We got 20 minutes. Puget Island Ferry, in service since 1925. over there is Washington, and this is all the island that we were just on. And off the tip of it up there is where the ferry just took us across, past the paper mill there, and over to Oregon, where we are now. Here we go. Look at that. Chain scent, Bradley State Park. Look up here. This park donated to Clatsop County by Fred W. Bradley and the heirs of Elmar E. Bradley of Bay City, Michigan. July of whatever those Roman numerals are. Cool.
Okay, everybody, we just entered Astoria, Oregon. Famous for many things. Most of you out there might remember the movie Goonies. Much of it was filmed here. Matter of fact, the Goonies house is just off to my left here, somewhere. It's now privately owned. I don't think we're supposed to be going near it, but it's also the first city that my great-grandfather lived in when he moved to the United States of America from Finland nearly 100 years ago. So there's a little family history for CFA in Astoria.
Well, I just talked about Goonies, but right there, if anybody knows the movie Kindergarten Cop, that is the school where Arnold Schwarzenegger was filming that movie. I played basketball in there as a middle schooler. We are going to the top of that. Okay, Junior. You ready for this? You got the chain scent. We are going up. Okay, here we go. Wow. Going up. There's a lot of steps. I'm tired. How about you? Huh? We made it to the top. We're just below the Astoria column. Over here, this is Comley. Over here it talks about that's a great chief of the Chinook Nation. Known to Lewis and Clark, honored and respected by the founding Astorians, the Northwesterners, and the Hudson's Bay fur traders. This is actually an Indian burial canoe. Pretty neat. The Indian head scent, chain scent, right at an Indian burial canoe.
Alright, so we just left the Astoria column and we are headed towards Warrenton and Seaside, Oregon. Got a couple sites we want to see there, and but we worked up quite an appetite climbing those steps, didn't we, Junior? Mm-hmm. So we are going to go get some lunch. Pizza sounds good to everybody?
Heck yeah.
Alright.
You good enough to eat, Junior? Alright, time to move on to the next one, now that we got full bellies. Way out there, there's a shipwreck. The Peter Iredale. This is off Seaside, Oregon. It wrecked in 1906. Slowly over time, it has turned to that. Peter Iredale. Okay, bud. Is it cold water? It's very cold water. The Pacific Ocean. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's cold. She is in the Pacific Ocean. And it is cold. All right. Adventure awaits at Fort Stevens. Here it is on the map. You are here. That one battery is built in 1944. Columbia River. Little history. Defenders of the Columbia River. Three forts guarded the mouth of the Columbia. During the 1900s, Fort Stevens and Fort Canby were constructed during the Civil War. Look at that big gun, Junior. That is awesome.
Crazy.
Look at that. What's that say about it? 155 millimeter gun.
This carried 1918 in France.
Manufactured, yeah. Barrel was made in the U.S.
95 pounds. 9.8 miles.
Wow. Yeah, range of 9 miles. See, this is a huge complex, goes for miles and miles. They had guns mounted all over the place. Right now, we're going to go over by the Visitors Center. And we're going to check out this Jeep. Look at that.
Hold on.
You climbing in? Nice. That's awesome. Check this out. I found these before, metal detecting. Now we're gonna make one. Turn that thing, Junior. We put a penny in. There it is. What do we get?
Seaside, Oregon. That's cool.
There it is. Seaside, Oregon. That's what we did to our penny. You can almost make out the shield on the other side. Cool.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. I got to tell you, our family, the CFA clan, we had a blast taking the chain set around to our general area, showing her some historic sites and adding to the documentation of the history of this coin. So before I get to where it's going next, here's the coin. I'm going to go ahead and add my CFA to it. C. Hey. There we go. CFA. All right, so I gotta tell you, it was extremely difficult to decide who to send this chain scent to next. We have so many friends on YouTube who are diggers. There are so many great channels out there. But after much deliberation between the entire CFA clan, we chose a channel that is extremely active on YouTube and always supporting tons of other channels. This is a great person, a great patriot, and a great digger. So we are sending the chain scent back across the United States from the Pacific Northwest back towards the East Coast to a good friend of ours, Josh with CT Relic Digger. Josh is a great guy, like I said. If you guys aren't already subscribed to him, you need to. I know he's going to do a great job with the production and keeping this thing going right here, this chain scent. So Josh, be watching the mail. We're going to get it on its way to you real soon here. And I'm hoping that this continues on. Research Treasure Hunter Emporium had a great idea for this. I think it's just fantastic. So I'm hoping we fill up this entire front and obverse and reverse, I should say, of this holder with initials from various channels. Maybe even eventually we need a bigger holder for it, right? So anyway, great idea. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it turned out a little longer than we thought, but we had a blast doing it. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep checking that change.